Now, I've enjoyed my time with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and if you're not new to this channel and you're familiar with my content, you'll know that I've backed this game, I've done numerous videos, and I love creating content on it. It's a fun game. I've enjoyed it with friends, I've enjoyed it solo, and I've even taken shit because I simply like a game others don't. But I have to say, the issues the game experiencing right now is quite worrying. Yesterday, we actually got a patch and there were some patch notes, and it was meant to fix a lot of the issues that people have been getting. And I'm going to go through them right now because what's transpired isn't great, because people are actually saying the game's even worse now than what it was before yesterday's patch. So at the top here, it says there are a couple of points we specifically wanted to highlight. The first one is for players experiencing issues when trying to log in. We believe this patch will address the issues for some. We are continuing to investigate further causes of this and will have additional fixes in upcoming patches. And the second one is for players experiencing performance issues and disconnects while playing multiplayer. We have addressed a number of issues in this update, and players should see improvements when playing with others. Now, if you go on the Discord, Twitter, or Reddit, you'll see that that just simply isn't the case. If anything, the causes have been heightened. More people are getting these issues. So changes in this release. The new Promethean water mounts and gear drops. I've actually tested this, and that is working as intended. Granted, I can't do it with buds because getting online at the minute is extremely difficult. But I was playing an hour or so last night, and I have to say, from tier 1 to tier 5, it worked really well, and the gear drops are even better. But when it comes to the bug fixes, fixed a bug whereby one or more players may appear as in Metropolis while setting up an incursion mission, preventing it from being started. That, for us, has not been fixed. That's still there. That's still a problem. Some of my teammates are having to totally get out of the game, come back in again, and a lot of other people are still experiencing this. This, from what we can see, just really hasn't been fixed. And then down here, we've got fixed a bug that would sometimes cause enemies to become unresponsive during incursions while in an online session. That's something we've encountered before this patch, and it's something we're still encountering after the patch. And multiple people are saying they're still experiencing these bugs. Then we've got fixed a bug that would sometimes result in a loading Metropolis screen after collecting your first affliction from Ivy. That's still happening, and that's even happening to guys now, even when they're not doing the Ivy mission. They're doing other missions, and then they're completing it, and when they go into that screen, it's saying loading Metropolis, and they just can't advance anymore. And then there's a load of other fixes down below, which I'm not going to go through all of them because there is quite a lot. If you haven't already, if you just go on the suicidesquad.com, just type in patch notes, and that'll all come up. But I will leave the link for this down below in the description, just so you can go and look at it if you need to. The patch and some of these fixes seem to have made the game worse, and for some even made the game go from working perfectly fine to not at all. People still can't log in. The in Metropolis glitch, which I've just mentioned, where you're trying to start an incursion, is still an issue, and people have even seen their progress reset. Now, this game has been out for nearly a month, and to have these issues of this magnitude is actually quite worrying. Now, an argument I have seen, which is a strange one because I don't like comparing games, is, well, people can't get into Helldivers 2 because of server issues. Well, that's slightly different. Pure and simply because Helldivers 2 servers are actually at capacity, because the game is so hot right now. The Arrowhead are basically telling players, the servers are full, there's no room for you, so fuck off and touch grass and come back later. With a CEO who is quite frankly a breath of fresh air telling players to not buy the game for now because we are at capacity and we're trying to solve it. Suicide Squad is a AAA game that costs upwards of £60 and is backed by Warner Brothers. Players, including myself, are getting slightly jaded now as we paid top dollar for a game that is pretty unstable right now, with Rocksteady seemingly struggling to fix these serious issues. Reddit and their Discord is full of people speaking about these issues, with a lot saying they were playing fine up until a day ago. Let's take this person here who posted this on the Reddit. The update just made the game unplayable for online and single player. I used to be able to at least log on for PlayStation, play alone, but now I have a 50-50 chance of the game just crashing. And online isn't even a factor anymore. Your game will soft lock, at least for me, trying to use online features now. They can't keep getting away with this. With the top comment underneath that being, I get online, but the loading Metropolis issue has been my biggest problem now without a doubt, keeping me from playing now because I've got to restart the game when it happens. Then we've got this one here. I had minor problems before the patch, but now I regularly get disconnected when playing on the server, and during solo play I often get told it lost contact to WB servers and needs to restart. Then it gets stuck on the login load screen and I have to manually force close, enter the game, and this is on PS5. And then we have this post, trying so hard, but I can literally only shoot drones now. I have not been able to play multiplayer since launch. Thanks to the recent patch, I cannot reliably play any mission without loading Metropolis bug, which forces me to restart the game, which takes roughly 15 minutes. And now I have the Raising Hell bug where it's locked at tier 1 and cannot be completed. This game is literally forcing me to go play something else. And there's loads on there, guys. It's just so sad to see. I hate it because I really do like this game and I want to support it. How do they manage to break the game more and more with every patch? On release, the game ran fairly smooth and had little connection problems and bugs. Now after each patch, they introduce new bugs that break the game more and more, and they still haven't fixed matchmaking after the first patch. This is completely unacceptable for a AAA game. And then we just have the title here saying every patch makes the game run worse on Xbox, with the picture of the loading Metropolis, or it's actually a short video. Then this comment here says, this patch shouldn't have made it through cert in my opinion. It's hard to disagree. And then we have this one here which says, I think that's me done. And that's just really sad to read. They really can't do anything right. A bug fix that breaks incursions. Well done, Rocksteady, great work. And then over on their Discord, it's just the same there. Infinite loading screens in troubleshooting. I'm not getting rewards after missions after the last update. I am playing on Xbox. Anyone having similar issues? Damn it, I did a single run of Ivy World and I'm getting the loading Metropolis bug. Those are tough. There's loads more. I'm not going to keep going through it because it's just so disheartening to read that people are having these kind of issues. I really want Rocksteady to get this under control, because when playing in a group, more often than not enemies don't take damage or they don't even spawn in, which means we either have to back out, or more infuriating, we're at round 3 of an incursion and we need 5 more kills, but there are literally no more enemies available. They're not spawning in, and that means we fail. Starting the incursions as well feels like the actual end game at the minute, with that bloody in Metropolis bug still lingering. And even strolling around Metropolis, enemies we shoot are rolling around like ragdolls. I've been playing live service games for over a decade now, and I'm fully aware issues can happen at any time, but usually the studio fixes these within a few days. If a patch makes things worse, they then roll it back. It's happened before in games that I play. Look, I know I've mentioned this before in my previous videos, and I know Kane, the community manager, has explained that it's 2 different teams, but nerfing the player experience before you've even fixed these extremely important game-breaking issues just wasn't the play. I still can't get my head wrapped around that. You do not do balancing, which in turn nerfs things like burn, before you fix the actual issues that are stopping people from playing your game that have paid money. Look, live service is difficult, and no doubt Rocksteady are doing their best, but you can't expect grace from someone who has laid out top dollar for a product they just simply cannot play, or they can hardly play. I'm saying this in good faith, as shouting and throwing insults is not the way we as a community should go about it. Season 1 drops next month, and that's massive for this game and where it can go. But with these current issues, no amount of great content will matter. That's just the honest truth. I really hope Rocksteady sorts this and sorts it out very quickly. Otherwise, it might be too late to just get players back, or quite importantly, get new players in, especially with AA games such as Helldivers 2 and Palworld taking the gaming space by storm. Anyway guys, if you've enjoyed the video in any form, hit the thumbs up as it helps the video out massively, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and let me know down below in the comments how you're getting on with the game or what you're making of the game so far, but just keep it respectful, don't be a dick about it. But anyway, as always guys, take care and I'll see you on the next video.